If you are feeling overwhelmed about Christmas Day right now, take a moment to look over your plan and ask yourself this question: where can I simplify? Remember, it's better to be present and enjoy the day than it is to strive for over-the-top elegance and perfection. Hi there, I'm Vanessa Kaiser, a ranch girl turned social worker, business leader, and now entrepreneur. I'm passionate about diving into organization, leadership, personal growth, and efficiency. Around here, we call it rhythmic living, that continuous cycle of assessing the season of life that we're in and creating habits, routines, and processes that serve us best. This show is for the busy, the dreamers, the tired, the go-getters, those who want to live fully, grow steadily, and feel inspired each day. Welcome to the Inspiring Heights podcast. Welcome to a Christmas present. Strategies for juggling jingle bells and joy. In this special series, we are diving into the top 4 holiday topics requested by you, our listeners, and sharing tips for embracing the joys and the challenges of this season. Each episode begins with 3 most frequently asked questions about the day's topic, along with my insights. From there, we'll explore 5 practical strategies for leaning into the theme and making the most of this time. Thank you so much for joining us this holiday season. Now, as Santa would say, on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, we've got places to go. Hey you, can I ask you something? Does your to-do list ever feel like it's running you instead of the other way around? Do you find yourself wishing for more time, less chaos, and a whole lot more peace? Trust me, I've been there. And that's exactly why I created the Productivity Playbook, Strategies for a Harmonious Life. This course isn't about cramming more into your day. It's about creating a life that actually feels good to live. We'll dive into time management strategies that work, build routines that bring peace instead of pressure, and tackle those overwhelming moments with confidence. Whether you're juggling work and family, managing a business, or just trying to stay sane in a busy season, this course is here to help you take a breath, take control, and build a present and fulfilling life. Ready to take the next step? Head over to inspiringheights.org/courses and grab your spot in the Productivity Playbook today. Because a harmonious life isn't just possible, it's waiting for you. Let's do this together. I'll link this all for you in the show notes. There is so much hubbub and Christmas cheer from the beginning of November until January 26th. Sometimes in the midst of it all, we can forget to prepare ourselves for being present on Christmas Day itself. For some, when December 25th rolls around, they just want to sink into a big old comfy chair, eat milk and cookies, and pat themselves on the back for surviving another holiday season. For others, Christmas Day can feel kind of sad, like the holiday's about to be over. No matter where you fall on this spectrum, wanting Christmas cookies in your big comfy chair, being sad that Christmas is almost over, or anywhere in between, my best guess is that you want to enjoy it. You want to be present in the moment. Let's kick off our conversation with the top most frequently asked questions on how to embrace the warmth and joy of Christmas Day instead of letting our minds and hearts meander off to the North Pole for a long winter's nap. Question number 1. How can I keep Christmas Day stress-free? We've all experienced it in some form or fashion. Rushing around to pick up the house, the dog is barking to be let back in from the snowstorm that's picking up outside. The new noisy toys the kids unwrapped this morning seem to be on the loudest setting. The doorbell rings with more guests, and oh shoot, I forgot the pumpkin pie needs to come out of the oven like 5 minutes ago. To envision a calm morning, sipping cocoa by the fire and watching it snow outside, enjoying the noise that is made up of family and friends laughing and enjoying one another's company. No burning pumpkin pie, no sensory overload, no hurry. That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Before we get too far into the how-tos of this conversation, it's important to acknowledge our season. If it's full of littles, either your own or those of people you'll be spending Christmas with, it's important to recognize that a quiet, peaceful morning watching it snow outside is fairly unlikely. Instead of setting our expectations to that and then letting the kids be our disappointment, we can decide what is a realistic Christmas morning that will be lovely for us in this season. It might look different than it used to, or than it will in the future. That's okay. Speaking of expectations, one of the biggest helps that we can reach for to manage our stress on Christmas Day is both realistic and expressed expectations. When we forget to talk to our spouse, our kids, our family, or our friends about what we are expecting to happen on Christmas Day, what time we're going to get up, the order of events for the day, who will make and bring what, how we'll help one another to clean up and prepare for the next thing, we will be stressed. No matter how much pre-planning we do, no matter how organized we may be, we will still be stressed because we are relying on others to do what we expect of them, but they don't know what that is. Before Christmas Day arrives, take some time to name your expectations and then talk to those with whom your expectations lie. Make sure that you're all on the same page and adjust where you need to. This is the foundation for walking into a stress-free Christmas Day. Now, if you've been around for long, you know that I am a wildly huge fan of planning ahead. Depending upon your holiday traditions, Christmas Day can be very full. Opening presents, big breakfast, transitioning into a huge midday meal, hay rides in the evening, ending the day with a Christmas movie or a family game night. Far enough in advance that we can get a plan in place to prep ahead, we will serve both those we are spending Christmas with and ourselves very, very well by asking this question. What can I do now to make the heavy lifts of Christmas Day easier on December 25th? I think we will be very pleasantly surprised with how much a little pre-prep does for us on Christmas Day. Question number 2. How can I balance time with family and personal relaxation on Christmas Day? You guys, I love this question because I find it to be a wildly honest and brave one to ask. I think this is what so much of us want to ask, but we don't because we think it's selfish. We don't want to seem like we don't appreciate our family or perhaps the holiday itself. But the truth is that's usually not it at all. We want to soak up the holiday, and for some of us introverts, that includes time when we aren't fully engaged in an all-out, never-ending conversation. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not always good at this myself, so I by no means prop myself up as an expert to be able to answer this particular question. That said, I do have a few tricks up my sleeve that I've found to work in the past. First, I bring a book. That might seem silly, but a book seems to be a more socially acceptable way to say, like, hey, give me a minute than my phone. And it's also much more helpful to my heart and my head. So in a moment of in-between, when I've done what I need to for lunch and someone else is in the shower and someone's buzzing around the kitchen but they don't need me, I set myself down on the couch and I read for a few minutes. I let myself get lost, probably in a Christmas story. It calms my brain and it allows me to come back more relaxed and ready for round 2. Second, I express my desire for relaxation. Sometimes when the day is at a lull and it's either going to go in the direction of starting an 8-hour game of Risk or settling in for the 3rd viewing this season of Home Alone, I will use my voice to vote for Home Alone. And 3, I take my time getting ready in the morning. I enjoy washing my face with warm water, and I delight in putting on my makeup and fixing my hair. I soak up the quiet, usually with a cup of coffee and a few of my favorite Christmas songs playing in the background. This specific pocket of alone time on that day, for me, feels like one that isn't seen as rude or unexpected. We all have to get ready, right? So instead of rushing through it, I soak it up. Question number 3. How can I stay present on Christmas Day? We are going to unpack this question much more below, but before we do, I want to offer a super practical tip. On Christmas Day, anytime that you feel your brain starting to meander away, take a breath and then name something you can see that makes you smile. Name something that you can hear. Name something you can touch. Name something you can smell. And name something you can taste. Different variations of this exercise are used to help people who are experiencing anxiety or panic attacks. The reason why it's effective is because it brings us back into the present moment. It reminds us of where we are and what we're doing. Therefore, in addition to helping ease panic or anxiety attacks, it can also help us to stop our meandering and distracted minds from getting away from us.
Do you ever wish there was a natural, science-backed way to ease aches, boost your mood, and even support healthier skin? I felt the same way until a friend introduced me to LumiBox. Not too long ago, I was venting about long-time ankle pain to one of my girlfriends, and she encouraged me to check out LumiBox, a red light therapy device. She brought it with her for a girls' weekend because this is what it's like to be in your 30s, my friend. I gave it a whirl, and after just a couple of days, I can honestly tell you I was sold. That was the beginning of my journey with this incredible tool for holistic health. Now, LumiBox is a Kaiser family favorite. We use it for everything from soothing aches and eczema to giving our mood a gentle lift on tough days. Here's the deal. LumiBox harnesses the power of red light and near-infrared wavelengths to promote healing deep beneath the skin. Backed by science and loved by so many, it's a simple, natural way to support your mind and body. And for a short time only, LumiBox is offering my listeners an exclusive $260 discount. Just visit LumiBox.com and use the coupon code INSPIRINGHEIGHTS at checkout. Don't wait, this could be your next step towards holistic health. I'll put the link and the coupon code in the show notes.
Now, let's dive into the 5 tips for embracing the joys of Christmas Day and staying present. Tip number 1, limit your screen time. It's easy to pick up our phones and make a quick Merry Christmas post on socials, and then 15 minutes later, we pick it back up again to see if anyone has loved it. It's easy to spend all day texting with 100 different people that we only talk to on Christmas and Easter. But it's harder to put our phone down and be present with the people in front of us. Now, I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't call your grandma. For Pete's sake, don't neglect to call grandma on Christmas Day, okay? Or even wish your Facebook friends a Merry Christmas. Rather, I'm just calling us to be mindful of the amount of time that we spend with our phones in our hands. If this has been a struggle for you or your family in the past, consider making a pre-Christmas Day plan for phones. Maybe you carve out some specific time that you'll have for connecting with people via the phone, and then you put your phone in your room for the rest of the day. Or you set up an app timer that reminds you, okie dokie friend, you've been on Instagram quite enough today. Tip number 2, simplify the plan. As humans, and I might even humbly offer specifically women who are hosting other people in our homes, we can sometimes tend to go a little overboard. 5 pie options, 3 roll options, a present for every neighbor and friend that we've invited to come over, an ugly sweater contest, and a white elephant gift exchange, all happening on Christmas Day. Because who says we can't pack a December's worth of fun into 16 hours? I will honestly tell you, I am the worst about this. See, I love to cook and I love to serve people through food. And so when there's going to be a lot of people around, I will go to great lengths to make everything from scratch and things that maybe we don't eat every day. And that is really fun for the first few meals. And then the complexity of my plans start to catch up with me and they wear me down. Girl, sometimes you just need to serve tacos. If you are feeling overwhelmed about Christmas Day right now, take a moment to look over your plan and ask yourself this question. Where can I simplify? Remember, it's better to be present and enjoy the day than it is to strive for over-the-top elegance and perfection. Tip number 3, know your audience. Whether you are hosting or attending Christmas Day, it can be wildly helpful to consider who you're spending December 25th with. Will there be lots of little ones around who will need attention, a quiet nap time, and lots of snacks? Preferably extending past just Mimi's famous peanut butter fudge and sugar cookies? Do the people that you're spending the day with love to watch the Christmas Day football game or dive headfirst into 3 hours of Agricola or Settlers of Catan? Is the group going to want to spend time outside, take a nap, eat promptly at 12 sharp? If you're hosting, knowing these things can help you to plan well and set good expectations with the crew. If you're attending, knowing these things can help you help host. Tip number 4, set the scene in advance. This is for those who are hosting or will have a large voice in how Christmas Day unfolds. We talked about setting expectations, and this falls into that vein, but I'm going to cinch it down a little further. Some people want a really formal Christmas Day. They want everyone dressed up in their Christmas best because that's what feels special to them. Others want Christmas Day to happen in matching family PJs and delightfully cozy slippers. They want the day to be casual and comfy. They don't want to fuss with uncomfortable dress clothes or fancy Christmas Day photos. No matter which camp that you fall into, if you have a large say in how the day is going to go, name it up front. Here's why. If you want a cozy Christmas Day equipped with lots of PJs and messy buns, and your parents show up in their Christmas dress and suit, you're going to feel like you have to go change. And then the day you planned is going to start off feeling like it's already unraveling because things aren't going the way you hoped. Your expectations aren't being met. But the best news? We can set the expectations before the day arrives and help our guests and ourselves feel ready for the day that we're planning. Tip number 5, let tomorrow be tomorrow. I know this sounds a little corny, but here's the thing. When Christmas Day comes, we can quickly slip into what December 26th is going to be like, taking down the Christmas decor and finally getting this clutter put away, or feeling the sadness that, unlike what we want, the world doesn't keep celebrating Christmas until February. We let our mind wander to New Year's resolutions, thinking about how we're going to put those new weights we got for Christmas to good use come January 1st. If this is something you struggle with, name it, acknowledge it, and then make a conscious effort that instead of letting your tomorrow steal your today, you are going to stay put there on Christmas Day and embrace it for all that it is. Maybe you need to create a little note on your phone where you can put quick bullet points of things that you want to think about tomorrow, but not today. Whatever you need to do it. Because whether you lean into Christmas Day or you dread taking it all down tomorrow, both days are still going to happen. Whether you put your phone down and hang out with your family on Christmas Day or you spend hours searching the web for the project ideas for the Cricut that Santa dropped off for you today, your Cricut and everything it can make will still be there tomorrow. But your opportunity to spend Christmas with your family won't be. So let's use the tools that we've learned and decide this year we are going to make the most of Christmas Day. Limit our distractions, grab a hold of our meandering minds, and lean in. Merry Christmas, my friends. I hope you have an absolutely wonderfully fabulous holiday season.
To wish you a very Merry Christmas, I have created the Holiday Joy Journal prompt page just for you. As you prepare to celebrate Christmas Day, these prompts will help guide you through some reflection on the season and prepare your mind and heart for the days ahead. You can grab your free gift by heading over to inspiringheights.org/joy journal. You'll enter your email address and the freebie will be dropped into your inbox right away. Again, that's inspiringheights.org/joy journal. I'll also link this for you in the show notes for easy access. Before I go, I wanted to share something special with you. I have created a free personal strategic planning guide designed to help you close out 2024 and step into 2025 with life-giving intentionality. It's a gift to support you as you plan for a meaningful and productive year ahead. You can grab your copy at inspiringheights.org/freebies/2025 personal strat plan. That's inspiringheights.org/freebies/2025 personal strat plan. I'll also drop a link in the show notes to make it easy on you.
And that's a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Do you have questions, comments, or insights on today's content? I would love to hear from you. You can DM me on Facebook or Instagram, or head over to our website, inspiringheights.org, and click on the Contact Us form. I will link all those locations here in the show notes. P.S. If you haven't already, I would love for you to leave a 5-star rating and a quick review of the podcast. This helps get our content in the hands of new listeners. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter and follow us on social media for rhythmic doses of inspiration. All right, friends, take a deep breath and be inspired where your feet are. Bye for now.